I decided to first do the part where he is standing and then go from there. So I think this part, can you see it? I am going to move my book a little bit. Okay, so I think with the fox, I think this is his feather on his head. And then the rest of it I'm going to color in. Because I'm still not sure what to do with this background. I think this part can be brown and then the empty lines. I might do something, but maybe when I finish this, I want to do something totally else. You never know with me. Are this just hands? No, he doesn't have hands. Just decided that he doesn't. And I think these parts will also just be background. I think it's a very nice challenge to do the page with all the different shades of wood without making it looking like one big wooden cottage or something. There is one page in this book as well with a lot of wood. Where is it? It's the Red Riding Hood one. Oh, here it is. This page is wood with wood and more wood. So, not sure how I'm going to do that, but we will see. So, darkest color to light color, lightest color. That was my dog. I just put her outside. And now she thinks she's getting food. She's right, she will be getting food soon. There she's going. Hey Jessie. Her name is Jez. Short for Jezebel. She already had that name when she got here. She's a Chinese crested. And she's really cute. My grandma. Now you hear her walking. So when you hear this, you know that's one of my dogs. Now sometimes you hear my bird screaming. He's still awake. Mostly around this time he's going to sleep. I should actually put a blanket over his cage. Especially in spring because he is really busy and hormonal. How do you call it? His hormones are very high. Okay, I'm going to do the scratchy the scratchy part. I'm going to color in and then maybe I'll just do the white ones with the lightest brown. I don't have to make it hard on myself, or how do you call it? I don't have to make it harder than it is. I am hard on myself. Isn't everybody? Okay, getting some drink. Yeah, it's almost done. As you can see, it's a whole different color. That's my other dog. He's coughing. Sometimes he coughs because he has, oh, how do you call it in English? Because he's old, he has like the chalk in his lungs, bronchia. These little long parts. And he's okay most of the times, but sometimes he coughs and you cannot really do anything about it. He does get painkiller. To support him a little bit. And most of the days are good days, and sometimes he has a bad day, which is really hard to see. But he had a good day today. At least that's what I heard from my partner. Okay, so I have been looking up a picture of this fox. And he has some kind of a reddish fur. And he has a high head, so not a head like this. But I'm going to try to give it a little bit of the colors that he actually has. So I'm just going to give him this base color first and then go over it with this. Oh, the base color that I'm using is Terracotta 186, and I'm going over with Pompeian Red 191. And then I'll add the shadows after that, because I just want to see what this page looks like. And this thing I colored on the other page, so I'm going to color it here as well. And I think I'm going to do this kind of body part in those colors as well, because otherwise you get a lot of the same brown here, and I don't feel that. So this is all going to be this color. He has a little bit of a weird body, but I'm not sure if you can hear the little puffs every now and then. It just happened. That's our air freshener. And then because I had to, I did this part, I had to do this part. I think that's okay. Maybe a little bit weird, but I'm okay with it. And then the parts that are around it, I'm going to do in the regular browns that I chose for this page. He doesn't have eyes, so I'm contemplating or if I'm giving him eyes or I leave him like this. I'm not going over everything, but maybe I will later, but I'm just seeing how this works out for now. Yeah, I'm going over everything, but some parts I'm going to do a little bit lighter. And then here I'm going to do a little bit darker. I think it's so much fun that this is the third page. Well, okay, the first was the title page, the second was the name page, and then this is the copyright page. But this is the third page in, I think, 2 weeks that I did in this book. So if we can keep up a little bit, and maybe do just 2 every month, that would be really nice. But the minimum is 1. and I don't have a maximum. But I do enjoy this book so much. And on the other hand, I also want to work in all the other books I have. There are so many books and so little time. I also saw some nice books on a second-hand app that we use here in the Netherlands. So there's 3 books coming. And it's because you can see it recommends things to you, and since I've been looking for coloring books, it recommends coloring books. And then I found one that I didn't know yet, and I've never seen any YouTubers show as well. And then while I was watching the rest of the what the seller had in their shop, I chose 2 more because you just pay postage for one or for one package, and I don't think it gets higher a lot. So that's really fun. So there are 3 on the way, and I would love to get Dragon Spell. So I might get Dragon Spell. And then maybe just color in them a little bit before buying more. But if I keep coloring like I did last month, then I will finish a lot of books. Or at least I will color in many pages, because I think I did more than 20. Yeah, I think I did more than 20. So I'm not sure how many pages are in books. Well, it's different for each book, but as an average, maybe 40. That means that I finish one book every 2 months, average. Yeah, I should stop buying. But they are so pretty. Okay, so his head is almost the same color as Jiminy over here. So I'm getting the really pale green, I'm not sure how to, earth green it's called. And I'm going to do the hat, that color. He has a jacket which is blue, but he's not wearing a jacket here, so I'm going to make the scarf blue. At least I think it's a scarf. And then the feather as well. So I'm getting inspiration from the actual series or movie. Okay. And then for the darker color, I'm getting a juniper green 165. Just following the lines a little bit to get the shade going. Yeah. Okay. And the blue is what color? I want to say it's a really blue, but I think it's something like this. Cobalt blue, greenish, 144. At least that's what I'm going to use now. I don't think I have the specific color in my polychromo set. That's okay. It doesn't really look like the fox either, so I'm coloring the whole scarf with the same color, and then after that I'm going over I'm going to pick a darker one for the shades. And this is the darker one. This is Helio Blue Reddish 151. Not sure why it is reddish. It doesn't look red. Maybe it looks red on paper, but I would know by now, right? I've had these pencils for I think 11 or 12 years maybe, so that's why some of them are so small. Yes, I think this is it. And then the background I'm going to do with the regular browns. I'm just calling them regular browns from now on. And I feel like I want to go over with the lighter color first so I can really see what is happening with how the fox looks. Because in the movie he is more red and maybe he needs a little bit more shade, but on the other hand I like this. So yeah, and sometimes I don't want to think too long or too much about pages like these because they already take ages. So oh look, this is this also a scarf. Okay, but these pages already take so long, and if you also have to think and discuss with yourself and go back for everything, yeah, it will take too long for me. I have some patience for coloring, but not a lot. I don't have patience for everything, but for coloring I do have some. Maybe you can tell some colorists go over and then they go back over and then they think, oh, I want a little bit more of this or from that color, or but I'm just like, nah, it's on there, that's good. And sometimes I really am going over and going back, especially by things like skin, things that are not shaded like Kirby does. Maybe I think that also helps because I don't feel the need to give everything 5 colors or something. I don't think that's necessary. That's why I only chose 3 shades of brown for all the wood. I think I'm going to do the cat. I think it's a cat. Last. First I'm going to do the fox on the other page, then I'm finishing the cat, and after that I'm going to take care of my animals and go to sleep because tomorrow we will be up early. I'm always up early. I cannot sleep in. I'm unable. But we will also be walking a lot tomorrow for King's Day, so we're just walking around town and maybe I can find some nice coloring books or something. I don't know. I know I just told you I cannot have more books, but you don't know. You never know. Okay, I'll be back in a sec. For the cat, which is also red, who's also red, I got the burnt carmine 193 and the Indian red 192. And I'm going to put the burnt carmine on first. So this cat doesn't look anything like the mean cat in the movie, but I'm just getting a little bit of inspiration from it. And that's okay, because the cat also has brown in the middle of his face, and I'm not going to do that. And it looks like he has some kind of funny hat on his head. Not sure what it is. It's like a showering cap. That's the first thing I was thinking about. Oh, I can do his nose in a brown color. I will do that. Okay, so I'm putting this one over, so... Ooh, it's getting really red, but that's okay. So in the movies, he's a little bit darker maybe, but I think I like this. My dog is snoring so loud. He's on the other side of the living room, but it's so loud. It would be really fun if you could hear him. I'm going back to the, what's his name, burnt carmine for the shadowing and the spots. I haven't done anything with his eye because I'm not sure what to do. Maybe I'll come back to it, but most of the time when I say that, I'm like, But on the other hand, I did do the white in the eyes of Jiminy Cricket and his fish friend. So maybe next time when I open this book, and for you it will be seconds after I finish this one, but for me it will be a few days. Maybe I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to do something different. For his snout, I'm using Bister 179. That looks fun, doesn't it? I'm so sorry for my nails again. I've been working so hard to keep track of cleaning them. It's horrible. Horrendous. But okay. So for his clothing, he has a jacket that has a yellow, a little bit dirty yellow color. And then underneath it, he has a sweater that's purple. And I'm going to do his showering cap purple. In the movies he also has a top hat, which is, yeah, blue. It's a faded blue, like these villains are wearing really old clothes. And on the other hand, those are animals, so why would you need clothes, right? Coming from someone who has a dog who wears clothes because she doesn't have hair. But yeah, she doesn't have hair, so she's really cold. I don't want her to be cold. I don't like to be cold, so she doesn't either. And when I get a new sweater out, she's so happy. Okay, the scarf is going like this, so I'm going to color in the scarf, and then I think these are waves already. I spilled something here, so now you see it. because this is the Albrecht Dürer that I did before it was like, no, I'm doing it with polychromos. So that's okay. Maybe I can put this part online already, because the last page, the name page, I also had to do in 2 parts, because otherwise I would have a video that would be more than 3 hours long, and yeah, that's a lot. Maybe we can do this in 2 parts. That's better, I think. In that case, it will be online. Yeah, maybe still next week, but it could be online the beginning of next week. I also have another video that will be that might be uploaded this weekend, so before this video comes out. It's a flip through of a book, a Dutch book, which is still available in Dutch web shops. But someone asked a flip through, so your wish is my command. And I love people commenting on the videos, so going over with the lighter ones to make a better blend. I like using lots of colors. And I'm also liking the brown. Also going over with the purple. Just a little bit. To make the contrast a little bit more smooth. Well, we're at it. Yeah, and sometimes I get the burnisher and sometimes I just get one of the lighter colors. I really color with my feelings, I guess. I just do what I think feels good. And it felt good going over this again because I saw a lot of white coming through still. I'm not sure if you see it on camera, but I saw it. So, okay, I am back. It is a new day for me. And I'm going to go further with the waves over here and also the shark. And I was thinking of doing the shark on screen and then the waves off screen. So this video might be a little bit less long, but I'm not sure. Please also, when I do stuff like this, let me know if you're okay with it, or you want to see everything, or you want to see less maybe. I was also thinking of just writing the numbers of the pencils down instead of showing it every time. I need some piece of paper. That way you, I don't have to tell you every time, you can just see it, and I think it will go a little bit faster, but I'm not sure. And I could also do this off screen maybe. what I will be using for the shark. And I'm going in with the darkest one. I'm not sure if this is a wave or I think it's a shark. So it has been a few days since I could color in this book. We had a great weekend. As I mentioned before, it was King's Day, so now King's Day is done. We walked a lot. And we also tried to relax a lot, which I really needed. Let's see if you can see everything. Yeah, I think so. The neighbor's birds are really active today because the sun is shining. It's a beautiful day here in the Netherlands. It's the 28th of April at this moment. I'm not sure when this video will be online, but I did post a video today, my completed pages. And I also recorded the video of the plans in May. So I'm not sure if that will be on first or this one. But I think that one. I think I might put it online tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, and then this one Thursday maybe. But I'm not sure. You will see. You will see. I'm so happy this will be the last page that I have to do double. I really don't like doing double. And I know I could color it another way, but I think if I've done that, then I wouldn't really wanted to color those pages, and I do want to do a full color along. And I do want to be excited for every page, so okay. I think I'm going to do this part a lighter blue, so he does have some color. So I made a deal with my partner. He is now gaming with his headphones on, looking his way, seeing if he can hear me, but I don't think so, because I feel a bit awkward talking English. I'm not sure why. I'm going to give this shark a little bit more color. I think its shape looks more like a dolphin, so I don't know why. He does have the pointy beak and the teeth, but the little cute fin looks more like a dolphin. This is the black. I'm not going to write that one down. I'm just doing the points of the teeth. And I'm going over with the white one. The point of this pencil is so weird. I don't know if you can see it, but it's split in half. But I'm too lazy to sharpen it. Okay. I am going to do these in the blue colors we had, and this one, and then also these two, and then this little, I'll point it out, this, and the waves until here. I'm going to do in blue, and then this last piece and the background of the blue maybe I'm going to do in brown, the brown colors that we used, and then I'm going to do the other page, and then I will be back again. Okay, I'm back for a moment because I was coloring this in as a wave, and then I was like, oh no, it's a still. So I'm back and I'm doing this still with you. So I tried to erase. I just didn't look good enough. I hope I can fix it a little bit because I cannot erase it any better. But yeah. Just using the 3 grays. I just did the shadow color, and then I was doing the lightest color on top because that's what I like to do, and then I was like, oh no, this is part of the shark. So I'm going to do this part of the tail a little bit blue as well, and then I think I'm going to make the shark a little bit more blue so it matches. I'm sorry for the noise, that's my neighbor. Not sure if you can hear it, but my door to the backyard is open, and then Maybe you can hear it a little bit more. And he has his grandson now, so yeah. Can't really help it. Okay, so now it's a little bit more cohesive because I made the shark a little bit more blue. Now it definitely looks like a dolphin. But okay, I'm going to finish this and then I will be back again. Okay, so this is the page in the book. And I did it a little bit different. The shark is a little bit different, and I also found out that I was working very heavy-handed on the copyright page with the waves. But yeah, I think it's okay. I'm going to do the boat next. I have to move the book a little. And I want to do the boat in a lighter brown color. I'm going to use these. Starting with the top one. And I'm still thinking about doing the background brown and then the waves and the bubbles in blue, so you don't have only blue from next to the shark until the boat. Someone is playing outside. The grandchild of my neighbors. Sometimes he's playing very, very loudly. So I just recorded my coloring plans for May, and I'm really excited. It's also a huge stack of books. So I'm not sure if I can make it, because in my experiment book I did not get the goal of 6 pages, I guess it was, so I have to do 8 now in May because I missed 2 pages. Well, it's an experiment book, so it's not a big deal or something, but yeah. It's okay. Maybe I should do some kind of marathon one day. Do as much experiment pages in one day or something. Would be fun. Using orange because I haven't used orange a lot on this page, only for the fish, the goldfish. And I think it will pop nicely next to all the waves. Okay. Okay, so I finished the boat on both pages now, and I will be back for the next part, but for now I'm going to do something else for a while. So the next part is I already wrote down the colors that I'm going to use, but that's the flower, and I think I'm going to make these 2, 3. I'm just not sure if this is a leaf or a flower, but maybe I'm doing the inside of this one pink and then the outside and the other's green. I just don't know. I'm going to put it here so I can reach it better. And I was trying to look up some finished pages and then this one, but I couldn't find one. That's the thing with new books, right? I'm also going to do this inside. But I just do what I feel like, and you cannot go wrong with just coloring and choosing colors, because it doesn't matter as long as you have fun. Okay, so I'm doing really pink, really pink inside of the leaf, flower, whatever it is. And then I already wrote down the numbers. Then I'm going to do those leaves, and I think I'm doing the 4 leaves, and then everything around it will be brown again for the background. I don't know if you hear that, but that's my dog. He doesn't agree. It's a new day again. Just doing bits and pieces. I don't know which colorist I was watching, but she said she gets a lot of reactions how she can color this much while she is so busy, because I think she also mentioned she's homeschooling her kids, and how she can color this much. And she was like, yeah, it's just, you just do bits and pieces, so when you have 20 minutes, just color one part and don't go doom scrolling on your phone or something. And I really felt that. I really want to do that, and I feel like I'm going there already. I just deleted Facebook off my phone, so I can only go on Facebook on my computer. And I do have a company that I do some little bit of marketing or showing people what I'm doing on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm like, yeah, that's okay to do on the computer. And then I also have the Meta Business app still, so I can do that before my private use. No, I'm a little bit over it, I guess. And also, since I'm more into YouTube, I don't feel I need it that much, so it feels really good. And I'd rather spend my time making coloring videos than doom scrolling. So I'm going to use the lightest green. You can see how well used this is. I really love my polychromos. I still don't know what pencils to buy next. I will be ordering them in June probably, and it will be the Premier Prismacolors or the Luminance. And I think the colors of the Luminance fit very well because they are all nature colors. But the Prismacolors or the Luminance have nature colors, and the Prismacolors, they also have really nice colors, and they have 150. and also the neon and very bright color, so I also like that a lot. And I would love to have a pencil that's a little bit softer. Okay, I'm going to do the puppet over here as well, so then I can do the background off screen. You know by now how I'm doing it. I'm going to do the brown background until the swirl, and I think I'm going to do this background different colors, but we'll see. First the doll, and I'm going to get, I think I'm going to do her a little bit of a lighter brown, maybe. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I'm sorry. Just wanted to peel an orange, and then I was like, nope. First, I'm going to do this video because, oh, this one is lighter. Of course it is. Because it always gets underneath my nails, so I would have orange fingers. So it's right here, but yeah, I'll peel it afterwards. So this is for the doll, and I need my sharpener behind me. Okay. I think I have to do this video in 2 parts as well, just as the name page. Sharpening all 3 of them. Alright. Darkest one. Because I think I have a lot of video material already on this page, and I don't want to upload videos that are 3 hours long. If you do like that, please let me know, but for me, for now, it feels better to do 2 videos of 1.5 hours, which is also extremely long. And I'm still going to do the little bit shorter video, so I also just put my completed pages and my plans online. My completed pages, yeah, and then the day after my plans for me. And this one will be online in a few days after that, so I hope you enjoyed those videos. I'm planning to put this one online on Thursday. Is this her belly? Yeah, I'm going to make it her belly. She has a crop top. It's a doll with a crop top. Why not? The lighter color is a little bit odd. I don't know if it fits very well, but it will be okay. I'm going over with the lightest, and that one doesn't fit in here as well, so. But yeah, I've been eyeing the another set of pencils, and I am going to do a video somewhere in the future about how we are consuming so much for our hobby without using everything. I saw a video on it and it really hit me, and that's, you really, with looking at these videos, and maybe you already have it with this one, you really get FOMO if you're fear of missing out, if you're looking at all those content creators, and then you see another book that you like and that's on your wish list, and I already have this. I already have the same, and after this week, I will have 62 books. And yeah, the reason is that I just get influenced really quickly, but I do want to make a video on it, and I also want to do some kind of color what you have first. So I might stop buying unless it's a book that I really want to color in immediately, and that I also coloring in immediately, and a lot as well. Sometimes I see videos of colorists that have hundreds of books, and then 90% of them aren't even touched yet. They don't even have a whip or so. Like, on the one hand, it's your hobby, do whatever you please, and on the other hand, I'm like, yeah, but isn't that too much? Isn't the hobby just relaxing and coloring? And I don't think if I don't know what I want to say is that I don't know if when you want all those different supplies and coloring books and you get really influenced, do you have enough joy in the coloring itself? And I know that the collecting of all the supplies is fun as well, and a hobby in itself as well. But yeah, I just want to think about it a little bit, and maybe I'll make a video. And I also want to let you know that it's totally okay to just have 1 or 2 books and a set of really simple pencils, because yeah, it's fine. And for me, I have been coloring my whole life, so yeah, I know I love it and I will do it for years, but still I don't want to have books, so many books that I cannot color them within some years. And I think I'm at the point now that I'm buying too much books, so yeah. I just don't know how to go any further from here, but we'll be okay. I'm going to make this a girly girl. I think I'm going to get some purples, violets. I'm doing these two together so this one can go back. So the top one is this, and this is the bottom one. So I'm really curious of what you are thinking, and also, do you have as many books as those? Do you have like hundreds of books, or yeah? And I think that the coloring hype on TikTok is not helping. I think that's getting people really influenced, but yeah, I'm not really into the cozy style, I guess. I do like it, but if I want to do something simple, I think I like my experiment books better. I do have one Coco Wayo book. I saw Amanda Colors posting that Coco Wayo is not as nice of a company as we all think, because they are copying other artists' ideas a lot. So I wasn't planning on getting another Coco Wayo or any cutesy, bold and easy books. But if I want to grab one somewhere in the future, I'm going to find a real artist. I want to say Coco Wayo, they are real artists, but I think it's just a company of people. It's not one person. So some posts really open my eyes, some videos as well. And I also think that for creating content like I do, you don't need 700 books. Of course, it's nice to do flip throughs, but you can also just do a color along front to back in one of your books, like I'm doing with this one. And then you have a lot of content, and then your book will be full someday. And yeah, I was thinking of doing those swirls in a red with green vibe or something, or maybe a blue. Yeah, I'm going to do blue, but not the blue of the waves. You can see everything, can't you? I don't see my screen fully, so yeah, I think you can see it. This will be the brown again, this background. And then here we'll start these swirls, and I'm going to make them blue, but a little bit brighter blue. Don't forget to put them down. I'm not really used to this yet, and I also don't know if I can do something like this afterwards, make a list, because I just get colors as I go. So that's a little bit of my problem. I don't know if you hear all the birds. It's my neighbor's birds. Kind of relaxing, isn't it? Just going over these stripes a little so you can get a contrast with the other color. I just picked two. And I'm going over with the lighter one. Because I do like the brown, but I also like to have a little bit more contrast and different colors. In the end, I think I like picking a little bit brighter colors as well, so maybe the Prismacolors are the better choice for me. It's something in the luminous colors is just something I really like. I don't know, I can't really explain it what it is, but and then also the ink tints, but that's for later. they I do have the Albrecht Dürer set, 60 pencils. I don't have all 120 like I have with the polychromos, but I think the aquarelle pencils, the watercolor pencils, you can blend them more. You can create different colors. Okay, so this is what it looks like. While doing the other page, I found out that she has some kind of bun, so I'm not sure if this... Oh well, it's okay. I think she's cute, so... But maybe these little things on the sides are flowers or something. And he has just gets a red jacket. No other colors. Because I think this is a patch, but it's just dark. I'm not really into this character, I guess. That's why I'm not really want to do a lot of different colors and... Oh, it's a woman. Or not, it's a man. I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's a person. I thought it was some kind of diamond, but I think it's just her ear... How do you call it? Earlobe? Going over with the lighter one, and then I'll see if something more is needed. And I really like working this way because you get a lot of color on the paper in not a lot of time, and then you can always just put a little more different colors on there. You can see it? Yeah, you can. Right. I think she looks, or he looks fun. Oh, I'm sorry. Getting a little tired. I just had few days off and I did work on my YouTube channel, but next to that I almost did nothing, and then today it was I'm trying to get in the rhythm again. I did the cleaning in the pet room, and tomorrow I have to go to work, and then Friday I have my first exam for my study, and then the week after I have my second exam, so I'm glad when that's over. I do love starting studies, but I also love finishing them, completing them. Okay, I used my burnisher on here. And then I'm going to pick the skin colors, and I think I'm just doing a regular skin. you can see it. But and then I'm doing the fairy with a really light skin. So I'm going to get the ivory for her skin, I think. But well, plans change sometimes. I'm going to put it here so you can see it. So the Bister, is it Bister? Yeah, I'm just using for the shade. Oh, this is her lip. I'm just going to go with it. Sometimes I'm coloring and then afterwards I'm like, oh! And that's because I just dive in. That's the yeah, the negative part about just diving in. But overall, I just like just going and not thinking too much, because this is her eyebrow. Yeah, if I think too much, then no color will come on paper, because I'm thinking about what color to use, and it's better this way. Don't know how this will turn out, but I really think it's a woman. I don't know why. This person can be whatever he or she wants to be, but so excited for this page to almost be finished. This is the last one of the pages that I have to do twice, so that's why I'm excited. I don't really like doing pages twice, and I said this before. It's just there's so much to color, so why color something twice? And I know some colorists do have books buy books more than once. I don't see me doing that, because I do love some pages, but on the other hand, more pages will be made. I'm going to get the black together with the, let's see, old gray, 2, 3, 5, for the hair. So I'm putting the highlights in first for this one, and then the rest of it will be black. I'm just going to do parts in this gray. Not sure why, but this just has to be a older lady. And I think it will be one of the characters in the movies, but I just don't know. I don't know. Okay, so I'm trying to blend it a little bit, like this. And then I'm going over again with the gray on the edges, so you really get some kind of overlap from the black to the gray. That's also what you see when you see real hair. I don't think I can do this one in one go, because I get a customer in 20 minutes. She's getting her pets after she went on holiday, so. And I don't want to rush myself, so after this one is done, I'm going to wait for the client before going further. What to do with those eyes? She doesn't have any pupils. Sure if I should make them or not. On the eyebrows, I'm going to do just a little black on the sides. And then also going over with the gray. All right. And you see that it gives some highlights. The mouth, I'm going to make black as well inside the mouth. I don't see a tongue anywhere, so this person only has 1 or 2 teeth or something. I'm going to do this black as well. I'm going over the bits that Kirby did. That looks so weird. Okay, I'm going to try to do something. I'm creating a little bit gray, so I'm using the same color as the hair. I think that's okay. And then for the teeth, I'm going to get the ivory out. I think that's it. And then I need to pick a color for this and do the fairy and the background in here. And then I also have to do this and the little hanging doll. So I'm going to do this one on the next on the other page, and then my customer will be here. So after that, I will be back. The last part. I put the colors that I'm going to use here, and I'm not sure if I will use more, but the yellow is for her hair. She will be a green fairy, and yeah, I don't know what color she is in the movie, but in yeah, I just felt like she's green. And these are the colors for her skin, and that's what I'm going to start with. So she does have the ivory, and I'm starting with the darkest color. So my customer just got her guinea pigs and she was happy. I sent her a picture this morning that they didn't want to go home because one of them was just laying there chilling, really relaxed, just as a, yeah, as a little bit of a joke, and she liked it so much. I love sending pictures. I'm not sure if this is her shoulder. I'm going to make it her shoulder. She wears a strapless top or something. Going in with the lighter but not lightest, because that's the ivory. Oh, and she has a little bit of shade here as well. Not sure what color to make her dress, but maybe it's also green, because the green is for the swirls. Not sure how to use them. Okay. This is the ivory color. And I also use it to burnish it a little bit, to blend it together, so the overlap isn't as harsh. I love how you can get different skin colors with not that much different colors. If you use if you use a little bit darker color for one of these, the skin color will turn out so much different. Going back in with the middle color. You call it medium? No, mid color. Going over it a little bit because I think the ivory is a little bit too white. I'm not pressing really hard. Looks like it, but I'm not. Okay, that's her skin. Then her hair. She's going to be really blonde, so I'm going to pick the highlight color first, so the lightest. And I'm doing the same as on her neighbor's hair, so I'm picking different parts of her hair. It gets a little bit more highlighted. She's really long hair. I'm not sure if this is hair. I think I'm going to color this as hair as well until here. I think that's really nice. So the highlight is on top. This is hair as well. I'm not sure, but I love that she has long hair, so I'm going to make it long hair. I'm going in with the darkest for the shadow color. So our neighbors here, they have some friends over, I guess, or family maybe. So maybe you can hear them, but it's a really lively neighborhood. Sometimes it's really quiet and other times it's really loud. And that's okay. I think they can hear my dog sometimes too, so where there are people, there's sound, you know. Okay, now I'm going to use the mid-tone. She's really highly blonde. So excited for this to be finished. Okay, so I'm not going over the lightest color because then you cannot see the differences in color. I'm going to do the same as on the other person's hair. So I'm doing the mid-tone and then I'm going over the edges where the mid-tone and the lightest color touch. So it blends. You see that? So it has a really natural blend. And I like doing hair like this. It just looks really nice. On the inside I'm using a little bit more. Okay. Sometimes I don't really see well where the lightest tone starts. There's a fly inside and it's so weird. This morning I found a caterpillar. It was just chilling in my bedroom. Put it outside because there's no food for a caterpillar inside. Okay, so I'm going over the edges again where I can see it. It's not really clear, but you see the color difference. And yeah, when you see someone, it doesn't have one color hair, nobody has. So I think I'll keep it this way for now. I'm going to get a red one, or maybe a pink one for her lips. I'm getting this one for her lips. Write it down. I like to leave a white spot on the lips so it looks like the sun is shining on it. I'm also giving her just a little bit blush, so I'm not pressing at all. I'm just going over the paper really lightly, and also on her eyes. So she gets a little bit more of a blush. Okay. Then I'm going to do the greens. I also picked this one. I think it's a weird color. It's some light phthalo green, it's called. My dog is looking at me like he's getting something, but I don't know why. He's really cute though. I think he sees, he is deaf because he's really old, but he does see my lips move, so maybe he's like, what the fudge is happening? I'm not sure what to do with this, but I think I'm going to color these wings in really lightly and then go over the lines here. And I'm really in doubt if I'm getting out my gel pen for this to write out the lines. So I'm going really light here with the 162. Most fairies I see have the pink wings, but I wanted to have a green fairy. Okay. And then her wand, I'm also giving this color. And then let's see. I don't really have a color that looks like this. I do have the blue, but I really want it to be green. So I'm going over with the lightest as some kind of shading outlining color. And after that I'm going in with my white gel pen. If I can find it. Then you have like the effects in here, and then you yeah, and then I will white out the dark lines. Oh, that's not part of it. This will be brown, part of the background. I can go over that. Okay, going in with the a little bit darker color. Okay. Not really feeling this, but you know, that's the thing with those burnishers. The color stays on it. You see this? So now I have a little bit of pink on there, or red it was. I used it on the jacket of this person. Yeah. Okay, I'm getting my gel pen, if I can find it. Here it is. Or I use a Posca. I'm going to use the Posca. It's this one. 0.7 millimeters. And then I'm just doing the lines on the star and the lines on the wings. So curious to see how long this video will be, or these videos. Because it takes a while to finish a page like this. Even when I sometimes feel I'm not brushing things, but maybe a little. I'm using dots here because the line is a little wonky, to give it a little bit of more of a wonky effect. What was I saying? Yeah, I'm curious how long the video will be. Oh, don't put the pencils in there because and then the Posca will smudge. And also so curious how long this book will take. I hope I can finish it in 2 years, but I'm not sure. I am planning on doing something every week in it. Not making a whole video every week, but at least one double spreaded page per month. But if I can do more, yeah, by all means. I'm not limiting myself here, but I also do have made a lot of plans this in May. So I have other things to color. Yeah, there's so much to color, so little time. And that's also why I'm thinking of not buying big amounts of books, or maybe do one big haul per or big haul, one haul per year or something like that, because yeah, I buy books to color in them, color every page in them. And I know a lot of colorists, they don't have that, they just color whatever they like and then they get rid of the book. But I feel so strongly that when I spend my money on it, I just want to buy it to color it all. And of course, if one of the pages doesn't give any joy, yeah, it's okay. I'm going to do the outline as well. Oh, isn't she pretty? Also try to make some short videos, but I just don't know what to do. Like, do I film just a part of, because I did some shorts on the last page I did in this book. I did the egg and I did the crystals. Maybe I can keep making shorts of just things that I colored. But also I got a reply on my how-to video, how to do the bronze effect, was it? This person told me, oh, please can you make more videos like this? So I don't know if you make a short and then also a regular video. Okay, I do like this. I'm going to see if I have some glitter. I do have green glitter. Yes, it is. I do have the Posca green glitter. And I just want to give it a little bit of shine. I mostly do 3 dots next to each other or like this. Isn't she cute? And then I can make dots with the Posca as well, because she's shining. She's shining bright like a diamond. I don't even know. I don't even like the song. It's okay. And maybe I can put some dot effects around it as well, but I first have to color it. I'm going to do the wand itself. I feel like I have to do it black. Or no, I'm getting the darkest green for it. So the, is it 112? Yeah, the 112. This one. All right. I'm going to do these bubbles in green and this one as well. And the swirl twirl around the wand and then until here, so behind the bubbles a little bit. But I'm going to stop here and then create the brown background, I guess. Maybe when I feel different I will do something different, but isn't it always the case? Just do whatever you feel. And if you're coloring along, just do whatever you feel as well. Oh, it's my dog. He's itching or something. So this is brown. And this I'm going to do green. Maybe I can do the outline of the bubbles white as well. I'm not sure yet. Okay. Okay, I'm doing the swirl as well because it just doesn't stop here. It goes till here. I think it looks nice with the green. I'm also going to make this one green. Green, more green. I love green. Green is one of my favorite colors, I guess. Yeah, I think it is. I'm going in with the lightest one, and after that I'm doing the mid-tone. And I'm going around the Posca. Maybe I should have done it after I colored in this. Yeah, it's okay. I'm going around it. Sometimes when you color over the white lines, the white line let go of the paper, so you have to do it again, but that wouldn't be a problem. So if you have a choice, just do it afterwards. Isn't it fun doing just little effects like this? So excited. Almost finished. Oh, I have to sneeze. Just a moment. I'm so sorry. If I don't forget, I cut it out, but probably will forget. This will be green. Because that's what it feels like. It should be green. So magical. In the movie of the Princess and the Frog, I guess. Yeah, it's the crocodile. And the character, the crocodile, is so funny. And somewhere in the movie he says, she's got magic and spells. So everything I hear something with magic and I hear the word magic a lot, I'm like, oh, that's crocodile magic and spells. And he does this little dance with it with his hands. So funny. It's always in my head. It's living rent-free in my head. So I'm getting the mid-tone green to bring it all together. Going over the darkest one and then spreading it out a little bit so you get a little bit more contrast, a little bit more balance, a little bit more fun and color. Love to start with the Rapunzel page as soon as possible, but I think tonight I'm going to chill out a little. I do have 2 buddies as well, but the month is still young, so I'm still thinking about what I'm going to color in next. But I'm excited for Rapunzel. I think I will do her hair blonde. I was thinking about red because she's so feisty, but the other hand, I do like it when it looks like the movies. And this one I don't know that well, so I might make mistakes with the colors, or, well, mistakes. I might just put in different colors than the characters actually are. But on the other hand, the way Kirby drew them, they don't actually look a lot like what they were in the movie, so I think this balances it out really nicely, the black with the green. I think it's really pretty. I'm just getting a little to drink. I'm having plant-based chocolate milk. I love it. Just cold. I want to warm it up, and also it's really nice weather today here in the Netherlands, so I don't feel like drinking a lot of hot beverages. If you're still watching, I would love for you to get some feedback. What do you like? What do you miss? Do you think all the things that writing down the colors is nice, or does it take too long? Yeah, just let me know. This one is brown. Because I'm curious, and I always want to improve. I think I might go over the border, but I'm not going to do that on camera, on screen, because it's boring. But I did the border with ouvertures because I was thinking I was going to use water on this page, but I'm not. And the ouvertures, yeah, I'm not working as precise as I'm with the polychromos, because when you use water you even it out anyways. I just can't remember what this figure is in the movie. I know that Pinocchio, I think when he was a good boy, this is the fairy that made him into a real life boy, wasn't she? I don't think she looks like this in the movies. So funny that I do look up the cat and the fox and I don't look up the fairy godmother type person. I also have to do her sleeve. That's what I'm mentioning now. I'm going in with the mid-tone first to create a cohesive middle of this page. Love it how it turns out. I can't wait to do the Pinocchio one. Oh, that's not brown, yeah. Because I already did half of it, so the Pinocchio one and the Sinbad one, they are going to be so easy. Maybe I'm going to try to make some kind of planning for when I'm doing what page, because on the one hand I just want to let you know, and I actually received a message from a viewer who really wanted to know when this came up, and on the other side I don't want to rush myself, or I don't want to have to do it in a certain period of time, you know what I mean? Okay, she does have a green sleeve. I'm going to use the same colors, but only the two darkest ones, so I'm not going to do the light one, only this two. So it's a little bit darker than these swirls in the background. Yeah, I think that's it. Just a little bit more sparks. It's already recording 30 minutes. This will be so long. So if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. We did it. And I totally forgot that we have these two things to do. So we didn't do it yet. But I'm going to yeah, I am going to finish them now, because I just want to. This one I want to make a lighter brown. And I'm going to show the colors real quick, because I just don't know how to do this, because it takes time in the video, but also I want to let you know what I use. So it's 183, 182 and 180. I'm going in with the darkest one, and whatever pencils or materials you use, you can just try to match a little bit or totally do your own thing. The thing that I do with color alongs is just coloring my own book that I'm coloring at the moment, and just coloring along, but not the same page. Maybe I want to try it sometime. When I started watching these videos, I found Lucy Just Adds Color, and she is really I love to hear her talk. So if you're watching Lucy, I love hearing you talk. And I just picked my own book with my own page that I was working on and just colored along while she was doing a color along. So you don't have to do this page, you can just do whatever. I just like to watch some color along or video or whatever the other colorists make as a video while I'm coloring. Not now because I'm making this color along, but yeah, when I'm coloring and I'm not recording, which I do a lot, I'm just watching other people's. Oh, I love this combination, it's so nice. Before I'm going to do the last part, a little cabinet, I'm going to finish these elements on the other page. So for the last part I will be right back. Okay, back for the last part, and it's this little chest, or how do you call it, drawer. And I think I'm going to make the outside the same colors as the border, so I can do this and the window and some other things the same color. And then the drawers I can make a different color. There's bunnies on there, which is really cute, cool. And a little birdhouse, which is cute. Okay. And I can go over the lines with the darkest one after I colored it in, but maybe it's okay when I just do this and then the lighter color on the rest of the wood. It does help with the wood as well. Everything looks like wood. It doesn't matter what color you use because of the lines Kirby used. So he's a great help. Okay. Sharpening a little bit. So fun how you think you're almost done and then it's like, oh yeah, I still have to do this, some details. And in the end it takes longer than you think. As much as I love to start a page, finishing it gives you so much accomplishment. And I still don't know what colors to use on the rabbits. Getting kind of quiet, I'm sorry. Just a little bit tired now. Tomorrow is another work day. And then I'm working the weekend. I'm working the weekend every other week, so. Okay, yeah, I'm going to do the little house, and I'm going to get the colors of the little wooden doll, but without the lightest one. And then I'm going to do the my English isn't Englishing. The roof. The roof I'm going to do red. Hope it will blend in well in the page. I did write down all the colors. I'm not usually like that, but for the actual page, because I might want to make it cohesive. And I don't want to have the white now, so it's black. Nobody's home. I don't know what color to use on this. I'm sorry. I'm doing a bright red. 1:1. It's the pale geranium lake. Oh, there's a little sticky standing on. I think I'm going to make the bird in these colors as well. There's so much detail in the pages that I'm try to use, well, limited. I cannot say limited because I use a lot of colors. So I'm pressing hard here and then less hard on the rest of the beak. Yeah, I use a lot of colors, but I'm trying to make it how do you say it? Like it will be too busy on the pages or something. So maybe red is a color that will come back a little bit more, something like that. And I think I'm touching my telephone, my camera with my head because I'm getting too close. Isn't this a cute little house? Know what I can do? Maybe I make the bunnies the same colors. Yeah. They're so cute. I love it that there's bunnies in there. I do miss the, what are they? What was Pinocchio turned into? I think a donkey? I think it was a donkey. That's nowhere here. I have to check if that's the only page for Pinocchio or that there's another page. Because that scene was quite scary actually, so would be a nice scene for in a dark fairy tales book maybe. Going to do the ice black, so I'm going over it. And then I'm using a white Posca to give it a little bit more life. I think pages that have a limited color palette, they are nice. So sometimes I'm trying to make something like that, but it's hard. Okay, so the black. It's cute. And then I give them actual real life eyes. Okay. So I think I'm going to use the lightest color that I used on this and also in the border for the insides, because I just feel like this shouldn't have as much different colors. And sometimes you don't have to fill in every little twirl and piece and bit with a different color. So that's what I feel right now. And I might go over it with one of the lighter colors, so you still have a different hue of brown. These bunnies are so cute. I think it's so well done, the whole book. So pretty. I love coloring in animals. And nature scenes and things like that. I think it's nice, and then I'm going over it with a lighter color. So it will be a little bit streaky now when I do it like this, but going over with the lightest. Let's see. I'm there to go over the eyes now with the white Posca. Because sometimes you color it away. So I was going to eat the orange that I was talking about, but it's almost dinner time and I'm eating alone today. And we have noodles with mushrooms and green beans. So that's what I'm eating. And I'm getting a little bit hungry. Sometimes I forgot to eat when I'm in my pet room like I was today. I'm going to over with a burnisher over the rabbits and bunnies because I want it to look a little bit better. And after that, I think I'm truly finished with this one, and I'm going to do the other one off camera, so I'm not showing you. but I will zoom out and show you what this page turned out like. Yeah, I think I like it. I like the colors. Okay, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. And this is the finished page. I do like it. It's so much different than the other page, but I like it a lot, and I think I like the fairy and this guy the most, and I do love the colors of this little puppet. So that's it. Next will be this one. So if you want to see it, if you want to see more color alongs in this book, I'm going to do the whole book from front to back. So please subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here until the last minute. So yeah, goodbye.